I'm here with Dr. Rob from the Big Sky Pet Center, and today we're talking about a controversial topic: declawing cats.
Declawing cats is very controversial. In fact, it's illegal in some countries, and in the U.S., California has definitely some counties and cities that it's illegal in. And mainly it has to do with the procedure itself. Declawing is not as simple as it sounds. It is a full-on surgical procedure where the ends of the digits are amputated. So it isn't an amputation surgery, which can be quite painful, definitely during the procedure and then post-operatively. And in the years to come, if done inappropriately, can be quite uncomfortable for these kitties.
So on a person, this would be like the equivalent of maybe taking off the very tip of the finger?
The very last bone at that joint on each one of the digits. That would be the equivalent of it.
And knowing that is actually the reason why we stayed away from declawing our cats at home. But there are some alternatives if the thought of that just makes somebody feel bad for their cat. What else can they do?
So part of it is giving them alternatives, and the scratching posts are something that have been talked about a lot. There's actually some studies done that the posts that have the carpet on them work better than those that have rope, that the cats tend to like those better. Keeping your cat's claws trimmed on a regular basis, so we have some trimmers here. And you think about how often we have to trim our own nails, so you're probably looking at every 6 to 8 weeks needing to do that, keep up on that, maybe less with some cats, more frequent with others. This is a product that's a pheromone that is it's a plug-in. Comes in a spray also that helps reduce anxiety and stress for the kitties, because we know that they inherently want to do this. They want to sharpen their claws because they are hunters, and that's what they're really trying to do. There is some territory marking that goes with that too. So trying to relieve some of that stress, giving them alternatives is really the best way to go. Okay, and keeping an eye on them. Because they know exactly what they're doing when they're doing something bad, so you just keep an eye on them. Well, Dr. Rob, thank you so much for coming in this morning. Everyone check them out if you're looking for a good, reliable vet over at the Big Sky Pet Center.